right now we are heading to a doctor's appointment for Harrison. I don't know when I'm going to post this video just because I'm still kind of hesitant on everything that's going on, and I don't know what the outcome of this appointment is going to be like. So I've had a lot of reservations on Harrison's head post-surgery, especially after his indentation showed up. And I posted about it on the cranial group that I'm in, and a lot of people had mentioned that his head still looks sagittal, and so that's also had me worried too, because I still see it on him. I still notice some of the length, especially when looking at him on a side view. His head is still pretty long, and especially looking at the top view, his head just looks really lengthwise. And so I've been thinking about it for a while, and I went back and forth on whether or not I wanted to get a second opinion on his head, or if I should just wait until his 3-month surgery appointment with his current surgeon. Because today we are exactly 2 months post-op on him, and we still have 1 more month until his appointment. And so I decided to call up another surgeon in the state and ask for another opinion. So we are heading down there right now, and I'm interested to see what he's going to say, because to me it's noticeable. So I don't know what he's going to say. If he says that nothing's wrong with him, then I'll take that. But if he says something is wrong, then we'll have to see what he recommends after that. So it'll be interesting, so to say. But today, Harrison is 10 months old, and in 2 months' time, I'm going to have a 1-year-old. I cannot believe it, because it seems like this last year has just gone by way too fast. And Harrison's in the back seat making noises. Curtis taught him a very bad habit of noises and facial expressions like that, so he's currently making those noises, and then he's also doing his blah 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 blah. He's a lot more vocal now, so it's super cute. I'm loving it.
Hi, Bubba. You getting it? Yeah? Yeah, you getting it? Gonna get Mommy's necklace too? In the camera? Okay, let's sit up. Alright, I just got home from work, and my dogs are crazy, so I threw them outside because they are hyper as can be. So it is just me, myself, Curtis and I, and Harrison. And so I didn't get the chance to update after Harrison's appointment this morning. Things just got a little too hectic. I had to get Harrison to daycare, and then I had to get to work, and so I just told myself I'll worry about this when I get home. Now that I am home from work, I am going to update you on what had happened during that appointment. The surgeon took one look at Harrison's head and essentially said that it wasn't really corrected, right?
Sure.
So I had emailed a couple weeks back another surgeon. He had said that based on the images that I sent him, Harrison's head still looked like he had sagittal synostosis, and that if correction was needed, to actually seek out another surgical team that had more skills, because the current surgical team, if they were to try to fix the problem, most likely would end up creating a bigger mess on top of the original problem. So he said, go look for a different surgical team, as that will provide the best outcome. That's how we ended up seeing the surgeon that we saw today. I was given his contact information, so I contacted him, and we go in and he was asking questions about Harrison's surgery and how old was he when he was diagnosed and why did we go with the procedure we went with, things like that. And so we ended up talking about the outcomes of Harrison's head. Because the head shape entirely just looks similar to what it did prior to his surgery. There's a lot of differences to it, like the back of his head is actually a lot wider than what it used to be, and it does look different than what it did. The front of his head, his forehead area, is a little thinner, and it still has that lengthwise look to it. So his surgeon recommended two different things. One was surgery, which I would like to avoid if possible, and so he recommended helmet therapy to see if that would help his you know, the entire proportion of his head, because it's still quite large. You know, it's still above the 100th percentile like it was prior to his surgery, and at his age it should be a lot smaller. So in his appointment he was fitted for the helmet. The helmet guy, I don't know what his official title is, put a little sock type of material on his head that tied in two different spots, and it had all sorts of little dots and polka dots all over it. And then he put some dots on the top of his head, dot-like stickers on the top of his head and then over his ears, and then one on his nose and one in between his eyebrows. And he actually took his phone, and I'm assuming he's got a program on there, but he just took his phone and used the camera and just scanned the entire area of his head. And so he said out of that, out of the measurements that he took as well as those images, he will be able to craft a helmet for him that will be ready in 2 weeks. So funny thing is it'll be ready on our anniversary. So we will go pick up his helmet on the day of our anniversary. Curtis and I had talked, and we have officially decided that we're going to transfer Harrison's care over to this other surgeon. So that's currently where we stand. And you know, I'm not saying that there was anything wrong with the surgeon in particular. I do have some regrets with, well, regrets and guilt with the entire situation in general, but he's trying to get Curtis's phone. But I am happy with a lot of the results, primarily Harrison's personality. He is much more happier. His personality is 10 times what it used to be, and he is very energetic. He loves to crawl around. He's always getting into things. He's learning new things every day. He started saying mama not too long ago, and now he is learning how to climb up the stairs. So I'm loving his, you know, his new personality and everything like that. He's like crawling all over Curtis. Getting there. His issue is his legs. He doesn't like to bend his legs. Harrison did so good crawling up those steps, huh? And he's tired and we're making dinner, so I think I'm gonna call it a night early and get him to bed and go eat and fill my tummy because I need food. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. Please share with your friends. I'd love to get these videos out to more people and share Harrison's story, especially his cranio story. And that was a mouthful. I'm tired. But anyways, see you later, everybody. Bye.